Hi everyone, welcome to Faith and Fridays. I am Dr. Jada Harris and Reverend Dr. Jada Harris. I'm getting used to these titles, you guys. So, yeah, sorry about last Friday. I was preparing for my sermon. If you didn't get a chance to watch the video, it is absolutely not long, so you can do it during your lunch break. Just scroll down and you'll see last Sunday's sermon from Jackson Memorial Baptist Church. I had the privilege of being able to preach. I absolutely love our pastor and our first lady. They trust me with so much. So if you have time, please, I would love it if you take a listen to that sermon. But today on Faith and Fridays, we're actually going to be talking about searching for God. So if you want to know at my reference point, it will be the book of Psalms, the 40th chapter and the 16th verse. Let me read the first part of the verse because that's what we're going to be talking about. It says, and this is the New Living Translation. It says, "But may all who search for you be filled with joy and gladness." And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, Jada, this is so simple. Why would you bring it up? Well, here's the thing. It's simple, but it's something that we forget, that those who search for the Lord will be filled with joy and gladness. And I'll tell you about a time, it's almost been 3 years since this happened, but I was just going through a really hard time. I had felt very let down by the Spirit, by God. I had felt hoodwinked, bamboozled, like all of it. I felt tricked. And I felt really desolate, like in a space where I just could not grow, where I could not see how things could get better. I was depressed. I was sad. I was embarrassed. I felt like it was extremely public. It didn't have to be. And during all of these emotions, I remember my constant question was, God, where are you? Like, hey, friend, where are you? This, and this is happening. Where are you? And I kept saying, not only where are you, but I was asking God, like, God, I don't get how all this can happen and you are still in the midst. Like, it's not adding up. And so my assumption was that God was not there. Like, I couldn't see him in the midst of everything that I was going through. And I remember I kept saying that over and over. Well, I just don't understand how this is God. And I don't understand how he's present in this moment or in these moments. And this went on for about like 6 solid months. But even though I was saying stuff like, God, where are you? God, I don't understand how you can be in the midst of all that's happening to me. I wasn't actively seeking him. I had actually made it a point not to talk to him. I was in such a space of despair that I knew that I had to reach out to other spiritual people to do the praying and the talking and the communication with God, because I was just at a really low point. There were times I couldn't even get out of bed, but I remember not doing a search. Like, I wasn't searching for God. I was asking him, like, hey, where are you? But I wasn't searching for him. And just to explain the difference, we can ask God, where are you? Or how does this situation embody you? Like, what I'm going through. How is this then Christian? How is this then holy? What I'm experiencing? But that's just asking a question. When you're searching for God, it's something totally different. Because if we think about a search party that's put on when a child is lost, they don't just say like, man, where did Jimmy go? Ugh, I wish I knew where Jimmy went. They actually actively pick up their feet and search for this kid. They use every resource. They use all of their money. They use all of their energy and efforts, and they put on a full body search for a child. Just think of if you have a child, or think of if you have something that's so valuable. Maybe it's a puppy, maybe it's a cat, maybe it's like your little brother, whoever it is, something so valuable. If it went missing, what length, what extent would you go to make sure you found it? You would exhaust every opportunity to find this thing. And that's not what I did when I was in despair. That's not what I did when I was in that space of feeling like, God, where are you? I just asked the question and was like, I'm not talking to you, but I just want to know, where are you? Where are you? I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have dialogue, but just where are you? Because this doesn't look like God. But I didn't search for him. I didn't put forth any energy or effort to try to find the God in my situation. But the Bible is literally saying in Psalms 40:16 that if we search for God, we will find joy. It says, but may all who search for you be filled with joy and gladness. If I was just to search for God, and what does searching for God look like? It actually sort of looks like the picture that I painted for you of what it looks like to search for something that has been lost. You have to know its characteristics. When a child goes missing, you tell the police all these things about the child. Oh no, my child likes riding bikes. My child loves, arcades, so let's look in arcades. My child loves this, my child loves that. My child wouldn't do that, so I'm not going to look there, but my child would do this, so I'll look there. That's how you search for God. You need to go in the Bible and learn his characteristics. Oh, God is a loving father, but he's also he will discipline you, but he would not get you to the point where you feel like you have no life in you to live. Maybe that's not God, but maybe this thing that's sort of uplifting you, that though it hurts, is pointing you into something. Maybe that's him. I think we need to search for God. And we have to use the same search methods we would use if we were putting on a search for that thing that we love the absolute most. We have to know his characteristics, know how he moves, know how he bends, know how he pleases, know his voice. It's hard to search for God if you don't know his voice and you're calling out to him and you're just hearing random things back. He said his sheep know his voice. And so I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what this Friday holds for you. Things turned around for me. They really did. But I don't know what phase you are in your situation. But I do know that God has a promise. And he said that if you search for him, he will fill you up with joy and gladness. And now sitting on the other side of my situation, if I would have just taken time to do a search party for God, if I would have taken time just to open my Bible and find out like what his characteristics are, how does he move, how does he act, I would have literally enjoyed half of my experience. But instead, for 6 months, if not a year, I was desolate. I was miserable. I was bitter. I was so bitter. And I don't think that's the space God wants us to live in. So this Friday, I am telling you, search for God and you will find joy. You will be fulfilled. So I love you guys. Have an awesome Friday. Check us out on Instagram at the JMBC_HYPE. That's hype _ministry. This Sunday, we will be having our youth service. Miss Janice or Miss Keisha are going to be preaching this Sunday. I'm always in the building, turning up with the kids. So just log on. It's always a fun time. We don't stay on there long, but we definitely get some Jesus and we get some excitement for the week. So I love you guys so much. Happy Friday.